Welcome back. The global Islamic finance market is expected to hit 2.6 trillion US dollars by 2017. This according to PricewaterhouseCoopers. It estimates the market is worth about 1.2 trillion US dollars right now. And Islamic finance will be a key topic that will be discussed at the upcoming World Islamic Economic Forum, or WIEF, in October. And it will be held in London, the first time outside the Muslim world. Now into its 9th year, the forum aims to bridge the gap between Islamic and non-Islamic business communities. This year, it will focus on tapping the lucrative Muslim consumer market with halal tourism and halal food seen as major growth areas. And our reporter Heidi Loon spoke with Tun Musa Hitam, chairman of the WIEF Foundation and former Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia. And she started by asking him, why is the forum heading to London?
It is simply a fact that London is the center of business and the center of finance, and the obvious choice for anybody who wants to reach the world, so to speak. When we talk about London, the British themselves and everybody else also say, oh, you must talk about and touch on issues relating to Islamic finance. Yes, of course, Islamic finance is the hot thing. And on top of that, of course, there are other related subjects. When we talk about Islamic business, of course, we talk about halal food industry, which is in the trillions of dollars worth. And it's amazing how the least Islamic, if I may put it that way, countries in the world seem to be wanting to be involved in the halal industry.
In this move to, I guess, the Western world, would you say it's a kind of step towards mainstreaming of the Islamic economy in order to seek further growth?
There is no such thing as Islamic economy, really. Economy is economy. Business does not recognize any borders, any religion, any any partisanship in race or religion or in country of origin. What we are trying to do, if at all, for the Islamic business community, as against Islamic business community, is to ensure that they broaden their outlook, they broaden their contact, that they should be made to understand that if you want to be successful in business in this highly globalized world, you cannot be compartmentalizing yourself, you cannot be looking at the opportunities with blinkers, but that you should take the blinkers off and see the wider world, and that's where the opportunity exists.
You spoke about some of the hindrances to growth, including a conservative mindset from some members of the Islamic business community. What do you see as some of the other challenges?
If you talk about overall opportunities, actually you would be able to get a list of successful business people who happen also to be Muslims. But they are huge, big business people. But these business people does not represent the ordinary Muslim business community. The basic or the basis of the Muslim business community is still at the lowest level. In other words, they're still the small and medium people, and they need exposure. In some countries in the world, particularly, maybe I'm wrong, I stand to correction, in the United States, acceptability of so-called Islamic finance and banking is still way below. That's one. And the lack of understanding, something new that's happening. One. Number two, of course, standardization is a real problem that relates to Sharia. What is meant by Sharia compliant. The third one, of course, is the challenge of the old system, if the old established Western system, improving itself. But that I regard as something positive. It's going to be, meaning that they have to reach that standard of expectation of the business world, as much as Islamic banking and finance seem to have offered in the meantime while they are sorting themselves out. So both merging into something which is accountable, which gives a sense of security, which ensures that there is transparency for the customers to know that this is happening, then it's nothing but better.
And that was Tun Musa from the WIEF. And checking business news making headlines elsewhere, South Korea's economy grew at its